Hi everybody, my name is Agustina Santillan and welcome to my YouTube channel where I talk about all things fluency related, business English related, pronunciation and so much more. So welcome! In today's first episode, we are going to be talking about Real English first year anniversary. I am so excited, guys. I cannot even begin by telling you how grateful, how rewarding, how exciting, and most of all, how challenging this journey has been so far. And I know that it hasn't stopped. Still going and going and going and going, and probably it's never gonna end. But what I'm going to share with you are the lessons I have learned along the way. Are you ready? Well, so am I, so let's get started. Number one lesson, probably is my greatest lesson so far, is one thing that my mentor said last year when I wasn't able to stand up in front of the camera, say out loud what I wanted to say, speak up, and be my truest self. She said, mejor hecho que perfecto. And most of all, I have to remind you guys that I have never done anything like speaking up in front of a camera, uploading a video and saying, hi, my name is, and this is what I do, and I help people do this. So it was very difficult. I mean, I had always been like uploading videos on my Instagram stories and like just mess around with that, but never anything so professional, edited, or I don't know, just the things you see on social media. So I was like, no, I'm so afraid of doing that. I don't have the perfect equipment. I don't have a camera. I don't have a microphone. I don't know how to edit. And she was like, mejor hecho que perfecto. And what I learned from that experience is that you have to do it. Like, seriously, do not think about the things that you don't have yet in order for you to do them. Just go and do it, and keep on doing it, because you're gonna feel so cringe when you see your first videos, when you see your first pictures, when you see your first posts on social media. But you have to keep on doing. Don't let that cringe put you down and make you stop, because what we need to do, and this is another lesson that I'm going to share with you, is that we need to get past that awkward feeling of, I hate seeing myself in camera. I hate the colors, the fonts, the stickers that I chose, the light, I hate my double chin. I remember that back then I needed people to support me, to share my message, so I feel like more seen, but at the same time I didn't want to feel so seen, because again, I wasn't proud of the result. And what I learned is that I have to keep on going. I have to keep on learning how to edit, look for sources of inspiration, try to copy this influencer and be like, okay, how can I put this into my own personal brand and like remix it, revamp it so that it looks more like myself. I like this style, but how can I apply it to my own self? And learn how to edit, invest on the apps so that it's not that awkward to find like the pro version, find the free version of this, the free version of that. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna pay for CapCut, and I'm gonna use it. Since I have paid for it, I'm gonna use it and learn how to do it. And I feel like I did. I didn't actually watch that many videos on how to edit, but I did a lot of exploring, like a little bit of this, a little bit of tinkering around, and it was fun. Another lesson, and this could be lesson number 2, even though I have said like so many other previous lessons. Lesson number 2 is learn to have fun. Because, okay, so you're a teacher, you know how to teach, you love teaching, but if you want to succeed on social media, if you want to have your own online business reach to a broader audience or whatever, if you want to be successful, not just a teacher, how can a teacher just be successful in the world of teaching? No, you aren't. Perhaps you're recognized by your peers. If you work at an institute, you can succeed in the academia, but if you want to reach a broader audience, you will have to speak up to people who don't know who the hell you are and what the hell you do. So it sounds scary, I know, but you really need to have fun along the way. Learn how to edit and have fun. Learn how to content create and have fun. Learn how to design the content of the whole month. Learn how to read the numbers. Learn about sales. Learn about marketing strategies. What's working, what is not, what's updating, what's outdated, and learn how to contact the audience, because it's not just about, okay, this is my product, here you have it, okay, it's this amount of money, okay, cash, okay, let's begin with the classes. No, first of all, you need to build rapport with your people, with your audience. They will ask you questions, like random questions like, and what do you think of this, what do you think of that, what are you doing nowadays, I'd like to know what you do outside of the teaching world, what do you do outside of the classes, who are you, what makes you be you, and what makes you special, so that we want to have classes with you and not another teacher. If we don't learn to have fun doing other things but our job, except for our job, we'll never be able to have a presence on social media, because we'll pay for other people to, I don't know, design the content, do all the stuff for ourselves, when we actually, if we want to run a business, we need to learn all the sides of the business and enjoy them and learn about them, because otherwise you'll never be able to succeed on the internet. Let's move on to lesson number 3. Lesson number 3 should be like the biggest lesson of them all. So when you start a business, you should know that just because you started, just because you have posted your first post on social media, you will not be successful. Probably nobody will see it, just your grandma, just your aunt, just your friends, and they will share it with their friends, and they will share that on stories, they will probably comment you, but then they will forget, because they are not going to be able to support you forever, and they should not be doing that forever, because you don't want to sell to your friends. You want to reach a broader audience, so you will have to pay for ads, even if you don't want to. It's part of the job. I mean, it's like open up a store on the street and you need to have a sign that says open. If it doesn't say open, if there's no sign on the street that says, okay, here's my store, this is what I do, whatever, a salon, a restaurant, a bar, whatever, there needs to be a sign that says we are available. So we should treat our business like a store on the street, and we should know that there will be seasons in which we will sell lots and lots of our products or services or whatever, and it's gonna be awesome. But it's not gonna be like that all along. Where or when have you ever seen in the history of businesses or in the history of whatever that businesses are linear? Businesses are not supposed to be linear at all. There will be ups and downs. There will be plateaus in which you will have, and this is the most important thing, you will have to stay focused. Stay focused. Because if you are put down, if you get sad because you're not selling enough, and you stop doing what you're doing because you think, oh, I'm not good at this, I wasn't meant for this, you will lose. And only the winners are those who stand until the very end and keep on going and going and going. Remember that a business is not a sprint. It's not a short distance run. No, it's a very, very long run. It's a marathon. It's not even 21 kilometers. It's not even 42. It's going to be like a never-ending marathon. That's what makes a business be successful in the long term. Think about Coca-Cola, think about Apple, think about all the businesses or all the brands that you support, that you think, hey, they are awesome. I love the message. Think about Adidas, think about, well, you name it. You think that those brands have been successful since forever, since they first started? Probably they had an idea. Mark Zuckerberg or, I don't know, Bill Gates or Steve Jobs had an idea, and they were rejected 1,000 times, hundreds of times. Even if it wasn't 100 times, even if it was 10 times or 5 or 8 or 3, they failed at first. They got rejected at first, but in the end, they believed in their idea, they believed in their business, they believed in their dream, and that's why they are where they are. Except for Steve Jobs, because he's dead. This is important to remember because in a business, in the ideal world, you are supported, you have a team, you have made profit so much that you have like this security fund. But if you're starting from scratch, like I did, you don't have much money. You don't have a team of people supporting you. You don't have it. You're by yourself, and you will have to come up with your ideas by yourself, and you have to keep yourself up when things are getting low. And you can have your coach, your mentor, your psychologist, your therapist, your friends, your family, but in the end, you are the one who makes the decisions. So that is why it's so important to keep a healthy mind, stay away from the bullshit, because you're not going to be able to party as much as you did before. You're not going to be able to smoke as much weed as you did before. You're not going to be able to hang out with your friends so often as you did before, because you will have to stay focused. You will have to keep improving the processes. You will have to keep on coming up with ideas. You will have to execute those ideas, and the execution of ideas will take time. And you will have to be available, and you will have to have an open, healthy, and a fresh mindset to get that done. So I think those are like the 3 biggest lessons that I learned. Other lessons that I learned in this whole year of Real English, of running my own business, my personal brand is, well, I think I said it already, but have fun along the way. And when you feel down, when you feel you have got stuck, it's because you're bored. That's why having fun is so important. If you're feeling bored, if you're feeling stuck, usually when you're stuck is a synonym of being bored. If you keep on doing the same thing over and over and over and you don't see any results, then you need to try something different. Either it is writing the content in a different way, executing the content in a different way, changing the colors, or no, I wouldn't say changing the colors. I would say like updating the colors, updating the personal branding of the product or the service or the social media, improving the fonts, having fun when you create the content, because sometimes we are so stuck in, okay, this is the only way I do it, but there are other ways to do it. You should try different ideas and try to have fun along the way. Don't be like, oh, I can't believe I'm doing this, I hate it. No, because that's not the right mindset for you to get it done. Come on, like, you can do so much better than that. You are born to do this. You were meant to be a successful business owner. You were meant to succeed in life. If you have a great idea, if you believe in your idea, and if you have a dream, then you should go for it and you should fight for it, and you will be rejected, but you should keep on going until you get there, and you will get there, I promise. I don't know if there's another thing I'd like to say, but I think I kind of mentioned it before, but I'm going to bring it up again so that we can be sure and clear about this. Have a support net. Come on, it's super important. If you're a business owner or if you want to run your own business, you will be alone most of the time, either creating content, delivering your service, improving the service, coming up with ideas, writing content, creating content, making sales. You will not have your mom or your friend drinking tea or mates or whatever next to you as you're making a sale, because you know how important that is, and you need to be focused and concentrated. So you will be alone most of the time, so make sure that you have a support system, whether it is your family, whether it is your friends, your therapist, your coach, your couple, your partner, and even your pets. Make sure that you have and spend quality time with them, because your business is awesome, but it's not bigger than you. Okay, you are bigger than your business. You're a whole person, and you should not let the business and the business results dictate how you feel forever. You're not supposed to feel just great because the business is doing great. You're supposed to feel whole because you have friends, because you have family, you have a business, you live because you have a purpose. You have a purpose, you have a dream, you have a vision, you have people, you have customers and clients that think your product is great or service is great, and all those little things add up and have you as a whole, but not just the business. And if the business is not doing well, you should not feel down just because of that. You still have your friends, you still have your family, you still have your dream. So if you want to succeed, if you're feeling stuck, you need to pass through that uncomfortable feeling of the business is stuck and I'm bored. You need to make it fun again. Having said that, I think that brings us to the end of the video, and these are the lessons I've learned from 1 year of doing Real English, which it's the program that I have designed for professionals to unlock their fluency, unlock their potential, and unlock their confidence so that they can advance in their careers. So if you're interested in doing Real English with me, please follow me on Instagram, augusantechan.english, where I post all the news and all the information related to my program and how we can work together. If you want to learn more about my program, I'll post the link of it in the description down below. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers! Bye!